How you doing? My name is Chang Concussion, and I'm the host for 60 Minutes. Today we're going to talk about the concussions or what happens when you have a concussion. I'm going to hand it over to Alec. He's a brain surgeon. He's going to tell you about the process of concussions.
A concussion is a temporary loss of unconsciousness caused by a blow to the head. In a grade 1 concussion, symptoms last for less than 15 minutes. There is no loss of consciousness at all. With a grade 2 concussion, there's no loss of consciousness, but symptoms do last longer than 15 minutes. In a grade 3 concussion, the person loses consciousness sometimes, but only for a few seconds. Symptoms of a concussion can be fit into 4 main categories. The 4 categories are thinking and remembering, physical, emotional and mood, and sleep. Long-term effects of multiple concussions are currently being studied by researchers around the globe. Not only can multiple traumatic incidents contribute to the development of mild concussions, but chronic traumatic encephalopathy and other diverse outcomes. But a storied concussion history can also cause post-concussion syndrome, also known as PCS. 9% of all high school students and 6% of all college athletes have gone through a concussion at least once in their life. Among both groups, rates of concussions were highest in the sports of football and soccer. In high school, sports are played by both sexes. Girls, however, do sustain a higher rate of concussions, and concussions represented a greater proportion of total injuries than boys. In all sports, collegiate athletes have a higher rate of concussion than high school athletes, but concussions represented a greater proportion of all injuries among high school athletes. Wearing protective gear during sports and other recreational activities is very important. Always use the appropriate protective gear for any sport that your child is going to undertake. Make sure the equipment fits properly and is well maintained and worn correctly. Follow the rules and game practices, and also follow good sportsmanship.
Now I'm going to take you over to Liam Golden. He's a victim of concussions. He's going to tell you what happened in the process he had to go through.
Liam, how did your injury happen?
I was going up for the jam, slammed my head on the glass of the backboard, and just hit the floor.
So what happened immediately after the incident?
Blurry vision, felt like I was going to throw up, and had a very bad headache.
Grade 1 concussions last less than 15 minutes. Grade 2 lasts longer than 15 minutes, up to an hour. Grade 3 lasts for a very long time, and you could lose consciousness. It will last anywhere from a few days to even a few months. However, if it is a reoccurring incident, you can be sidelined anywhere from a few months to never even being able to play the particular sport again. Advances in the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of this disease and injury result from a novel of biomedical research in basic, clinical, and transitional sciences. As the future unlocks new directions for studying emerging fields such as genetics, personalized medicine, stem cell biology, and imaging, the Medical College of Wisconsin is well positioned to generate the knowledge that drives the improvement in healthcare and health sciences. Famous athletes that you might know that have gone through concussions throughout their career: Troy Aikman, Steve Young, Ted Johnson, Junior Seau, Tony Dorsett, Eric Lindros, Chris Pronger, Keith Primo, and more. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, also known as CTE, is a progressive degenerative disease of the brain and is found in athletes with a history of repetitive brain trauma, including symptomatic concussions as well as asymptomatic subconcussive hits to the head. Many athletes have gotten concussions, but there's also been a lot of deaths. People who have died due to concussion or CTE include Forrest Blue, Lou Carpenter, Lou Creekmore, Shane Dornett, Ollie Matson, Tom McHale, Junior Seau, Andre Waters, Mike Webster, and more.
Thank you. This is Chang Concussion, reporting live for E60.
Yeah, and I can't feel my legs.